And he had a nice place, but he wasn't there, but he had a manservant there, and that manservant made us a lunch. And I'll never forget, and I can taste it today. He gave us a Coca-Cola. It was so good. And then the man made hamburgers, and he gave us a hamburger, and he put a pineapple on it. And it just is the best thing. So I love to eat now. It was a wonderful gesture by this guy that just did that for the people for an outing. The other part of the time, they put me in the Royal Hawaiian Hotel for a week, R&R. Usually they put guys in there that are kind of rattled. They're supposed to get their senses back, and most of the guys that I was in there with were submariners. So they were in there for a week of R&R to try to get back their senses, and they served us milk, and that was a big deal to us then there. We could go and lay on the beach at Waikiki, and I've taken the family back into the same beach and gone there a couple times more. It's a beautiful Royal Hawaiian Sheraton Hotel. But while we were on the beach, you couldn't go in the water. It was all barbed wire. We're still worried about the Japanese coming in, so there was still barbed wire on all the beach. Please.
5 more minutes.
About ready for questions.
Okay, yes, stop the question for a minute.
I just kind of want to help out, and this story is for you because you're a Marine, and you're talking about fallen warriors. I just want to share that I have 3 generations of military men in my family, starting with both of my grandfathers were in the Army. My father was an Air Force guy. My brother was in the Navy, and then my other brother was in the Army, and then my mother's brother is a Marine. And he died in the Vietnam War. He was a Marine, but and he earned the Congressional Medal of Honor as well as the Purple Heart. Wow. And so back, I can't remember the exact date, probably around 1997, a ship was named after him. A naval missile destroyer ship was named after him, USS Oscar Austin, and he was a gunner in the Marines. So, and so he was born in Nacogdoches, Texas. So it's kind of a question. I think you just said Houston guys are on there, or is it all of Texas?
I asked that question, and she said she just really wanted to honor the people
in this
area of Texas.
So, and I just wanted to share that so you wouldn't have to talk. Oh, I'm giving $10 today for all of my military guys in my family.
Yeah, I was just going to say, knowing Carol, are you sure there was ever a speaker, or this wasn't?
She is known as Deertown Prankster, so you got a good
Hand this to Joe.
Yeah.
There was a man that went to our church for many years, that's deceased now, and his name was Sterling Jackson. He said he was one of the men who raised the flag.
Well, were you, did you ever run across him? I was on the beach. We were being beaten badly. It was the 4th day and we couldn't hardly move. They were just dropping shells on us. We're just laying on there on the ground and the shells are coming in. On the first day, a big ship came in, an LST, opened those doors, and there was a lot of supplies in there. So our job was to go make a chain line of men and get the supplies. So I would get a box and hand it to him, he handed it to him, he handed it to him. So we had a chain line of guys coming out of there. The Japanese weren't shelling us. The man beside me was, anyway, as the land come, the shells would start to walk up the beach. You'd see there. And so we saw them coming in the grid pattern coming up. And so we said, time to jump. And he jumped over there and I jumped over here and I heard him over there. There were some other guys there. Both of us. I hear, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. And then the shell hit right there and blew him and all of them up in the air. And they were all dead instantly. That's the way it was on the beach. And so it was horrible. And then on the 4th day, we looked up, and there on the top, the shooting was coming from that mountain right on us. It's not that far, and it's not that high. So we were getting hit from people on this side and this side, and we could see them and they could see us, but they had the big guns and we couldn't do anything about it. We couldn't move because they kept shooting at us. And so we were all ganged up on the beach, and we looked up there, and there's the flag, the American flag. It was probably the biggest moment of my life. We all went crazy. We all just shot our rifles in the air. We knew we wouldn't get hit from that mountain anymore. We got the left side covered, and our guys were up there. I became a Marine all the way at that moment. So proud and so happy and glad. Our guys were up there, and the flag told us that. The Japanese went crazy. They shot everything they could shoot at that flag. And we went crazy, shooting our guns in the air. And 600 ships were around that island, and they all rang their bells. And it was a big moment when that flag went up. Now, the guys that raised the flag, there were 6 of them, and I knew 3 of them. I knew the Indian especially well. After the battle, he was wounded, and he came back to the outfit. By then, I had come back to the outfit. We were back training again up on the hills of Hawaii, up on Mauna Loa, and our camp was up there. And he came, a truck came, and here he come. And we all ran out. We called him Chief. Called every Indian Chief. So we said, Chief, why are you doing this? You could have gone, the other guys had gone back to the States and had made war bond drives. They went all around the U.S. collecting money for U.S. war bonds. And so we said, why are you here? You could have stayed in the States. Well, you probably know the story. He had come back, he had gotten drunk all the time, he just couldn't control it, and he didn't want to be in society, and so all he did was grunt. And so I say I knew him, but he just grunted everything he said or did. Yes, I think, wait, ladies. May I now introduce you?
Has about 3 minutes, so you might want to just give her a mic.
Jan.